Welcome back to another top whatever type video. Yeah, this is third year in a row I'm doing this type of video, and that's the things that were wrong in a particular year, or at least things that are, yeah. These basically only found like I only think of like 11 things that were wrong, or at least basic 11 bad things that happened this year in comics and comics related. All right, let's get started. I want to give an honorable mention to the deaths of Bernie Wrightson and Lee Wein. This is something that was kind of bad that happened this year. Basically, having both of the creators of the awesome character that is Swamp Thing pass away this year, both within 7 months of each other. Yeah, um, Bernie Wrightson passed away this past March on my sister's wedding. Nonetheless, I found out about basically his passing on her wedding, and Lean Ween passed away just a couple months ago. Yeah, I thought I could basically mention that in this video because, like, last year we had comic creators pass away. This year we had two. Last year was two legendary artists. This year it's an artist and a writer this year. And Bernie Wrightson, I got a chance to meet this guy last year at, I believe it was MegaCon Tampa. Nice guy. I even told him in person I really enjoy his artwork. Uh, I even asked him basically what it was like to work with Lean Ween. He said it was awesome to work with the guy. And also, I told him I really enjoyed his series he did with Jim Starlin, Batman the Cult. Of course, I'd never met Lee Wein, so I could never ask him pretty much anything. Of course, the books I had Bernie Wrightson sign, I had signed a couple issues of Swamp Thing and an issue of Batman the Cult, which he did do the artwork for. Yep. But Lean Ween, never got a chance to meet the guy. I would have loved to meet this guy at Comic Con, but since he passed away, can't do that. Nope. All right. First, and this is a big one, the mass ending of titles. I mean, oh my gosh, there was so many titles ended this year. Um, DC had a few titles end this year, and some other companies saw like one or two at most. But Marvel, good God, Marvel just kept axing titles like crazy. Some of whom basically after only publishing 5 or 6 issues. I mean, good God, what the heck is your problem? I mean, it was so stupid. I don't really get a why in the. I mean, so many. Some of whom basically a lot of them happened just early this year, like more than usual. People like Marvel just kept hitting the axe, like taking the axe and he just kept cutting, 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 like trimming all the fat when it comes to all the Marvel titles. Yeah, this is probably the worst Marvel has gotten basically when it comes to canceling titles. They have canceled titles in the past. In the case of last year, it was a good amount of titles that got canceled. This year was much more than usual. I mean, oh my gosh. I think there was close to about 50 titles got canceled this year. That's what it seemed like with titles like Pyroman Iron Fist, The Prowler, uh, Fool Killer. I thought Moon Knight was going to be canceled, but thank God it came back. Let's see, what else? Carnage, Squadron Supreme, Scarlet Witch, Rocky Raccoon, Star Lord, Rocket. I'm trying to think, what other titles was there that ended? Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2089, Silk. What else? Hmm, trying to think here. Oh yeah, Infamous Iron Man ended this year. They're only publishing 12 issues. Yeah, 12 issues. I'm trying to think, that was there any other titles? I can't really think of. Oh yeah, Carnage. Well, Venom Space Knight did end, but it was relaunched. Actually, that was last year that happened. But yeah, a lot of titles got canceled this year, and I do mean a lot. If you looked at basically how many titles got canceled this year alone, it's probably more than Marvel's had in the last like decade or so, right? Number two is the terrible marketing. Yeah, this is probably one of the reasons why basically that a lot of titles got canceled this year is the marketing. I mean, my God, the marketing was so terrible on a lot of these titles. Like some of these titles, basically, barely got promoted at all, or at least hardly get promoted. Like one title basically got zero promotion of almost the entire time the title was coming out was Silver Surfer. I mean, I kept hearing that no one knew this title was being published. People thought this title would ended a while ago, but no one knew the title was still being published because apparently Dan Slott kept saying, "Oh, I promoted it 4 times, Amazing Spider-Man." Really? Really? I've read every single issue of your whole run, Slott. And guess what? I never found one advertisement for Silver Surfer. Well, maybe I think I saw one advertisement for like the start of the volume, but like when the series first started a few years ago. But that's it. But as for actual promotion for the title, no, there was zero promotion. I don't know where he was getting that from when it comes to promoting that. And pretty much like some of the stuff basically like oversaturating like so many titles this year, and Marvel just didn't care to promote them at all. They just put them on the shows, expecting to sell, and people wonder why these titles keep getting canceled, or at least not people keep buying them because Marvel. I mean, the only way Marvel promotes these books is the Marvel Previews guy. That's it. I mean, the only titles I've seen lately that do actual promotion for other books, like the X titles, like every single X-Men title with the exception of Deadpool, Spider-Man Deadpool, and Gwenpool, with the exception of these three books, pretty much like at the end of every single X book that comes out, there is a promotion, there is a page at the end of every single book promoting basically that these books are still coming out, and that, in my honest opinion, is what's selling these books. Though basically Generation X ending next year. Inhumans was doing pretty much the same thing, having all their collected titles basically, which when they started Resurrection X, which I'll get to in their video, yeah, they had Black Bolt, Secret Warriors, Royals, and Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur. Yeah, that got a little bit of promotion. But it seemed like, oh yeah, and they even promoted the Inhumans miniseries, Once Future King. Like, yeah, they promoted these at the end of every single issue. The Cosmic books did the same exact thing with the exception of Silver Surfer. At the end of every single book, we had like a little like marketing thing, like we have these books coming out at these specific dates, so people knew these books were coming out. But did the Spider-Man books get this? No. Did the Avenger books get this? No. Did some of the other solo titles get this? Heck no. And that's the problem. Marvel doesn't care to promote stuff. In the case of DC, whenever a big story is coming up in a particular book, they do in fact promote the actual upcoming story. They do this for a good majority of their books. They may do it for every single one, but they do it for a good majority of them. In the case of Marvel, half the time they do zero promotion. Can't they just do like one page, like, hey, we have this particular storyline coming up, check this out? Can Marvel do that? Oh no, God forbid we do that. Yeah, let's just have these books shoved down the shelves and expect people to buy them. Yeah. So there's that. Alright. Number 3, and this is something I did not know about until pretty much around the time. I actually heard about this a couple weeks ago, and I had to put this on this list. People releasing spoiler reviews of Star Wars The Last Jedi the day before it comes out. I'm like, seriously? What the hell is your problem, people? People want to go see this particular film. Don't spoil it for them. Yeah, I heard a few people on Facebook refuse to go see Star Wars The Last Jedi because of this bull crap. Yeah, the other reason why, because it's comics related, because Star Wars basically has a comic book. That's the reason why it's comic related. And I think this was really stupid on people who did this. I mean, if you want to do a spoiler review, fine. Wait a few days, like you can record the video, but wait until after the movie comes out, then release your spoiler review. Don't release a day before. That's stupid. Really, really stupid on the part of you. Yeah. Of course, there's another Star Wars thing which I'm going to bring up. It's actually number 6. Okay. Number 4. The media stuff surrounding Justice League. Oh, good God. There was a lot of this stuff. There was Ben Affleck kept saying, oh, I'm Batman. I'm not Batman. The change of directors. The reshoots. The money adds to the budget. Basically, Justice League becoming one of the most expensive movies ever made at $300 million. And of course, Warner Bros. Just ran out of disappointment after being out for theaters for about 2 weeks. Though it did break even. Thank God for that. It may not make 700, but at least it broke even. So at least it was a profitable film. It may have been a moderate success, but at least it was profitable. It made back its budget. Plus, it doubled it, just barely, but it made back its budget. Yeah, the whole media stuff is what caused basically Justice League not to make much money. Excuse me. If people would not have kept asking about Ben Affleck he was going to be Batman or not, or the now in the case change director, that kind of had to be necessary because Zack Snyder's daughter had passed away. Yes, she had committed suicide, and they brought in Joss Whedon who would basically already sign to do Batgirl, and of course the reshoots and stuff like that. But come on, the media stuff was so freaking stupid surrounding Justice League. I have never seen it basically for a particular comic book based film where it gotten this bad. I mean, yeah, I remember hearing a couple of years ago when Joss Whedon left after he stopped doing Marvel films after he did Age of Ultron, where he was exhausted, and the fact that the studio executives, not Kevin Feige, mind you, Kevin Feige nothing really much is people people higher up in him, basically telling Joss Whedon what to do, and to cut out like um you know that particular scene which is considered the worst scene in the whole film, where Thor is having the which is the hashtag hot tub vision scene. Yeah, I heard the scene was a lot worse than actually, and it's going to be the worst scene in the whole film. Like like he was going to be like Joss Whedon was creating the Grey Hulk that got cut out, and according to Joss Whedon, yeah, basically the executives basically bullied him, keep in this scene, or we're going to cut out the Hawkeye farm scenes. Yeah, studio meddling. But Age of Ultron was still a pretty decent film, in my opinion. But yeah, the whole media stuff was really kind of dumb when it came to Justice League. All right. Uh, number 5. Marvel doing absolutely nothing to promote Jack Kirby's 100th birthday. I mean, yeah, there was nothing. Nothing. No books coming back. No miniseries. No one-shots. Nothing. The only slight promotion we actually had was Ultimates 100. That was it. That one book. But in the case of anything else in Marvel, oh, God forbid we celebrate Jack Kirby's 100th birthday. The guy who created pretty much 50% of the Marvel Universe. Yeah, God forbid we do that. Yeah, God forbid. But, yeah, there kind of is a reason for that because Marvel screwed him over in the late 80s by selling his artwork without his permission. Yeah, but as for an actual reason why, there is no reason why they did not celebrate his 100th birthday. I mean, DC did it. I will get to basically talk about more about Jack Kirby's 100th birthday in the next video. But, yeah, this was stupid on the part of Marvel. I mean, what did Marvel do for Jack Kirby's 100th birthday this year? Well, they made one of his most beloved characters into a Nazi. Yeah, that was really stupid on the part of them. As a matter of fact, I remember this image on Facebook last year where Cap was saying Hell Hydra, and then Jack Kirby slapped him across the face and said, no. Yeah, I remember that image very well. Someone actually drew that. That was actually a really cool image. Alright. Number 6. EA's greed over Battlefront 2. Yeah, I don't own Battlefront 2, but I heard about this from Angry Joe. Yeah. So basically, EA was having these loot boxes in the game and charging real cash for them, and for little bitty stuff like little additions for suits or weapons, stuff like that. It was ridiculous. It was getting to the point Disney was telling them to stop doing it, but I think EA is ignoring Disney. So yeah, I think EA may possibly lose the license to make Star Wars games if they continue to pull this crap. Yeah, I wouldn't mind if Activision basically did it. At least Activision would probably do a better job than EA would. Like, I remember hearing EA used to be a good studio. Now they're just one of the worst video game publishers in recent years. Probably, of course, the worst is Konami, because of how bad they treat the workers. I think EA is proven to be one of the worst ones. Heck, I even heard that their stock dropped. because of this bullcrap. Yeah. Like, I heard they were charging like $100 for one box, which was ridiculous. So that's what they included with the game. Yeah. Alright, number 7, Jim Starlin and Brian Michael Bendis leaving Marvel. Yeah, these were stuff that happened very recently of these two people leaving Marvel. In the case of Jim Starlin, it was due to the fact a lot of the time he wanted to do Thanos books, he wanted to do the Thanos series, despite that giving it to Jeff Lemire. But the reason why he left because of stuff that he really wanted to do, and apparently Marvel kept telling him no, and also he got paid less. Now, DC paid him a good amount of money for royalty check for KG Beast, but in the case of basically for using Gamora and Drax, he got paid less. Yeah, for using these two characters. I'm sure he's going to receive a royalty check for using Thanos. Yeah, I'm sure he probably still is, but he's probably not getting very much. Yeah. So Jim Starlin is leaving Marvel after basically back with Marvel for, I think for about 10 years, I'd say. I'm not sure how long he's been back. I mean, he had done some good stuff recently, like the Thanos one-shots. He did a Guardians of the Galaxy mini-series earlier this year, the one with everyone I did a review for my Comic Corner. The Infinity Effects series. There was a lot of really good books he did, and yet, like, when it came to doing a Thanos ongoing series, Marvel kept telling him, no, you're not doing it. Despite the fact he created Thanos. And yet, for some reason, whenever they do a Spider-Man 29 book, Peter David is the only one allowed to do it. And I kept thinking, though, at least Peter David is allowed to still write Spider-Man 29, but in the case of Jim Starlin writing Thanos ongoing, God forbid he do that. Yep. In the case of Bendis, the reason why he left Marvel because of all the dumb the changes that basically he didn't like at Marvel, and the fact that he had no creative input exactly what's happening to his characters on screen. Though currently, I think of all the characters he created, at least 3 of them are in live action right now, and that's Quake, who's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Maria Hill was in the movies, and Jessica Jones herself. Oh yeah, and her next neighbor who's a druggie, yeah, he's also from the Alias comic as well, so he's another character by Michael Bendis. So, yeah, there's about 4 characters Bendis created that are actually in live action currently, and they're all pretty used really well, though in the case of Dragon Ball, he's used sparingly, but in the case of really big ones, Daisy Johnson's probably used pretty well in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Maria Hill appears in 7 movies. I mean, she appeared in the first Avengers film. She also appeared in Captain America First Avenger. She also has appeared in at least 2 episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I think that's it. Yeah. But he just left because he just didn't like the changes. So I had to put this on here basically for those 2. Alright. Number 8. And my friend Edgar would agree me on this. The overstretching of Secret Empire. Oh, good God. This was kind of dumb on the part of Marvel to do. Yeah. Basically, this book should not have been 10 issues. They could have at least cut this down by at least a couple. I don't think people would mind it if this was 8 issues, but I think overextending it to 10 plus the 0 issue, making 11 issues, making one of the longest miniseries. In the case of Event Limited Series, this is probably the longest one since AVX. Not kidding. I'm not counting Age of Ultron because that maxi series is set in a different timeline. That's an alternate timeline. But as for present day stuff, yeah, longest since AVX. Plus, if you include the Free Comic Day issue, that's 12 issues. Yeah. So there's that. All right, number 9, the 30 in a row of milking an event. Yeah, Marvel has done this for the past 3 years. We have a summer event, and it's milked almost to the end of the year or just beyond it. For the past 3 years, Marvel has done this. First with Secret Wars, where they basically milked it until the start of last year when the final issue came out. And then last year, we did the same thing with Civil War 2, where we extended it to the end of the year. And then once again, we did it again with Secret Empire. Look, if Marvel's going to do one of these events again, can we not have it extend to almost the entire freaking year? We don't need to do this again. I mean, yeah, I know for a fact Marvel's taking an 18-month break for doing big events. I mean, yeah, there's small events going right now, but stop doing this. It's stupid. Really damn stupid. Alright. Number 2. Not number 2. Number 10. The 2 dumb fan petitions. Now, there's 3 of them actually. There's one for the Zack Snyder cut. That one I don't have a problem with, that one. Because I think there's a lot of people who do want to see Zack Snyder's vision. I don't have a problem with that one. That one is fine. I have no problem with that one. I do have a problem with the 2 other ones. One, where they pretty much bring back the character Carl and fire the showrunner for Walking Dead. Yeah, from what I've heard, the way he died, of course, I haven't watched The Walking Dead. Yeah, there's no way he can survive that at all, unless, of course, he does something really stupid. But, yeah, I heard the actor already left the show already, but, yeah, this was stupid. And the other one, this was equally just as stupid. There is a fan petition to get Star Wars The Last Jedi to remove from the Star Wars canon. Yeah. This one, I think, is going to go no place, but the whole idea of this thing is really stupid. I think even Kathleen Kennedy probably believes this petition is stupid. Heck, Ryan Gosling, the guy who directed this film, he thinks this is he's probably thinking this is stupid. Probably everybody who worked on Star Wars: The Last Jedi probably thinks this fan petition is so stupid. Heck, even people like me who saw the film and enjoyed it probably all agree this fan petition is really stupid. And from what I've heard, it's got no signatures at all. But the Zack Snyder one, that's got a good amount of signatures. I'm supporting that one. If I get a chance to sign it, I would, because I'm interested to see what Zack Snyder's vision was for Justice League. But in the case of these 2, they're stupid. Never should have been announced. Yeah. Last but not least, Marvel Legacy #1 being leaked. Yeah, same thing happened. 2 years in a row this happened when it comes to this big, hyped one-shot. And somebody decides to leak it the day before it comes out. Yeah, they just can't wait. Now, in the case of Comic.com, they put a spoiler tag there, but couldn't they at least wait a couple of days? Like, I don't know, release on Thursday or Friday, but the day before? That is stupid on the part of people who actually did this. I mean, come on. Stop with these stupid leaks. I mean, last year was DC Rebirth. 2 years ago, someone leaked the fact that Namor was dying in the first issue of Squadron Supreme. Yeah, these leaks need to stop. I am not kidding. And these three things are not the only time that the comic book industry is suffered through leaks. Amazing Summer 700, that was leaked. Batman 17, Volume 2 17 from, I think it was about 5 years ago this issue came out? No, I think it was 4 years ago. This issue was also leaked. Yeah, these leaks need to stop. Marvel, DC, whoever's doing these leaks, tell them to stop leaking the book. Because it's getting stupid. Really damn stupid. Especially since this has been happening for the past 5 years. Yeah, it seems like almost like every year now we get a book that gets leaked for no reason at all. But if you look at, let's say, books from Image, or at least any independent companies, do you hear about those books being leaked? No, because people who actually do review those books actually bother to wait until after the book comes out to do reviews of them. But in the case of Marvel DC, oh, we can't wait to tell people about how good this book is. Let's just leak every single goddamn page on the internet. Yes. This has been an occurrence, as of right now, for the past 5 years. This needs to stop. Hopefully next year, we don't have the same bullcrap that we had the past 5 years. Okay, I will do a thing basically of things I do not want to see in 2018. Okay? But yeah, that's it for this video. Stay tuned soon for my for the sister video to this one of things that were good in comics and comics related that happened this year. Okay? Until I see you in the next video. Bye.